Okay, we are doing notes today for 4.2 day 1. Then we're going to really just dig into the unit circle, doing exact values actually. So first thing is you should pause this video and fill in your degrees and fill in your radians, because hopefully you've been practicing those. So go ahead and pause, and then I'm going to talk, when you come back, I will reveal it. So 0. Oh, that's my computer restarting. That's a nice little side effect there. Sound effect, side effect. Now on the 0 line, you can put 0 or you can put 360. It really doesn't matter to me. They're technically the same direction, but yeah. So there's degrees. Radians, so let's think about radians for a second. So remember, all the way around the circle is 2 pi. So that means halfway around the circle is pi. That means 90 degrees is pi over 2, cutting that in half. So if you think about, if I think about 90 degrees is pi over 2, so that's 1 pi over 2. If I go another 90 degrees, that's 2 pi over 2. Look, which the 2's cancel out, and I just get pi. If I go another 90 degrees, that's 3 pi over 2. Yeah. Okay, then think about our 45 degrees. So 90 degrees. And then if you cut it in half, so if I take pi over 2 and cut it in half, or you can think about it this way, how many 45 degrees go into 180? Well, it would be 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 135, 180. So 4 of these, which we're going to talk about our pizza slices. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pi over 4. Okay, so if I just talk about my pizza slices, that's 1 pi over 4. If I go another, that's 2 pi over 4, which simplifies. If I go another pizza slice, that's 3 pi over 4. Another pizza slice, that's 4 pi over 4. Another pizza, that's 5 pi over 4. That's 6 pi over 4. That's already filled out though, so we're good on there. And then 7 pi over 4. So all of these 45 degrees are going to be over 4. It's just how many of these pizza slices did you go to get there? Okay, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. How many of these get you to 180? 1, 2, 3. So that is pi over 3. So then using that same idea, we go 1 pi over 3. That would be 2 pi over 3. When I go another, that's 3 pi over 3. If I go another 60 degrees, that's 4 pi over 3. If I go another 60 degrees, that's 5 pi over 3. Yeah. And then the last one you have here is 30 degrees. So how many 30s go into 180? 30 times 6 gives you 180. So if you cut this into 6 pi pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's pi over 6. Now we're going to have a lot of overlapping, but remember we're just filling in our ones that we don't have. So 1, 2, that's already filled out. 3, that's already filled out. 4, that's already filled out. 5. So that's 5 pi over 6. Keep going. That's 7 pi over 6. That's 8 pi over 6. That's 9 pi over 6. 10 pi over 6. And 11 pi over 6. Okay. Hopefully, degrees and radians we're getting better at. Now we got our exact values. So the whole reason that the unit circle works is because its radius is 1. So going for 0 degrees, that is 1 comma 0. If I go 180, that's negative 1 comma 0. 90 degrees is 0, 1, and that would be 0, -1. Now, this one, for exact values, you really only have to memorize one quadrant because it all kind of transfers. So for our exact values, they're all over 2. And here's your trick, a little memory trick. You know how a clock, if this were a clock, this would be noon, then it goes 1, 2, 3, right? That's how you're going to start it. So you start on the inside one for 60 degrees, 1, 2, 3. Then I switch it, 1, 2, 3. Now the 3's and the 2's get square roots. And there you go. Now you might be wondering, where are these numbers coming from? So there are 2 special triangles. There's the 45-45 triangle. There's the 30-60-90 triangle. So if you think about this as your triangle, so this is square root 3, 1, and 2. Remember, this is, if my degree is 30 degrees, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So 1 divided by 2 is the sine value, which is the y value. So this is how we got these numbers. Is that, excuse me, is that super important to know these 2 special triangles? No, but you can just know where it comes from. Okay, so the nice thing is once we have this quadrant, it transfers over to this quadrant, except in quadrant 2, the x value is negative, so negative, positive. So we're just going to transfer it over. So it'll be -1/2 square root 3 over 2. Negative square root 2 over 2, square root 2 over 2. Negative square root 3 over 2, 1/2. So every one that's over 6 is going to have the same x's and y's, just different positive and negative. Every pi over 4 is going to have the same x's and y's, just positive, negative. So now when I go from this quadrant to this quadrant, they're both going to be negative. Now I'm not just moving down like the other one was. I have to reflect it because look, the first one is the pi over 6. So this will be negative square root 3 over 2, negative 1/2. Negative square root 2 over 2, negative square root 2 over 2. Negative 1/2, negative square root 3 over 2. So then for quadrant 4, you're going to go positive, negative for my x and my y. Now you've got options. You can just slide this one over, or you can take this and reflect it. Either one. It's the same thing. So square root 3 over 2, negative 1/2. Square root 2 over 2, negative square root 2 over 2. 1/2, negative square root 3 over 2. And there you go. There is your exact values. And hopefully, with enough practice, when you take this unit circle quiz, you'll see all the patterns and fill them all in.